Right. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. Assalamu alaikum. Shalom. Welcome, 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 everyone. We are live, and our topic tonight is America facing a new revolution? If so, what about us? And so that is our topic, and we're going to jump right into it. So, Sister Cassie, is America facing a new revolution?
That's a twofold answer. Kind of, sort of. Well, not the way they think, not the way they think, but I think we just don't. We're not there yet. Black folk not there yet. We still catching up. I wish we were there yet, but I just saw something, and I saw how we just laid back and we just allow it to happen, and we just go along to get along, and we just want to please master. We just well, it's not my child, or well, they haven't done anything to me. Well, not all are bad. Well, I'm it's okay, you love who you love. All of this crazy talk, right? They're not ready. So yes, they are right now, but it's not where they think it is, because they think that they're going to, Trump is their savior. They think that they're getting ready to do some harm to black folk, and we're gonna let them. Some might, and I'm just saying some might, but you have others that won't. You understand what I'm saying? Because we know what we're dealing with. We know that they got this certain boldness now, and we got to back that up. So we just have to right now stay on guard, and you just build you just do your building over here, but watch your surroundings and know that they are at another level. But I'm telling you, with the God and I'm gonna go there, he's not. I'm trying to say it to a point where they think it's going to be where they're going to kill up a whole lot of us. But I do believe that we're going to get that one needle is going to break the camel's back, and we're going to see some things this 2025. I do believe that. But it's going to be forced. It's not like we want to. It's going to be forced. You know how you put you put that cat in the corner, and they come out fighting, and that's what's going to have to happen to us.
Okay. All right. Brother Isaiah, what say you? Brother Isaiah?
I'm sorry. Yeah. Let me read from the New Testament, Joel 3, that will personify what it's all about. Joel 3, the nation judge. In those days and at that time, when I restore the fortunes of Judah and Jerusalem, I will gather all nations and bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat. There I will put them on trial for what they did to my inheritance, my people Israel, because they scattered my people among the nations and divided up the land. They cast lots for my people and traded boys for prostitutes, and they sold girls for wine to drink.
I'm doing that now.
Now that you have you now what have you against me, Tyre and Sidon, and all you regions of Philistia? Are you repaying me for something I have done? If you are paying me back, I will swiftly and speedily return on your own heads what you have done. For you took my silver and my gold and carried off my finest treasures to your temple. You sold the people of Judah and Jerusalem to the Greeks, that you might send them far from their homeland. See, I'm going to rouse them out of the places to which you sold them, and I will return on your own head what you have done. I will sell your daughters and your sons to the people of Judah, and they will sell them to the Sabaeans, a nation far away. The Lord has spoken. Proclaim, this among the nations, prepare for war. Rouse the warrior, let all the fighting men draw near and attack. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weakling say, I am strong. Come quickly, all you nations from every side, and assemble there. Bring down your warrior lords. Let the nation be roused. Let them advance into the valley of Jehoshaphat. For there I will sit to judge all nations. For every side, swing the sickle. Hold on. For the harvest is ripe. Come trample the grapes, for the winepress is full, and the vats overflow. So great is their wickedness. Multitudes, multitudes in the valley of decision. For the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision. The sun and moon will be darkened, and the stars no longer shine. The Lord will roar from Zion and thunder from Jerusalem. The earth and the heavens will tremble, for the Lord will be a refuge for his people, a stronghold for the people of Israel. And now the blessing. Then you will know that I, the Lord your God, dwell in Zion, my holy hill. Jerusalem will be holy. Never again will foreigners, foreigners invade her. In that day, the mountains will drip new wine, and the hills will flow with milk. All the ravines of Judah will run with water. A fountain will flow out of the Lord's house and will water the valley of Acacias. But Egypt will be desolate. Edom, a desert waste. Because of violence done to the people of Judah, my people, in whose land they shed innocent blood, Judah will be inhabited forever, and Jerusalem through all generations. Shall I leave the innocent blood unavenged? The Lord says, no, I will not. That's powerful. And it is a revolution based upon the word of the Bible. Everything and every word, every letter, every sound that came out of the mouth of our ancestors can never come back void. This is real. This is true. And this will happen because it is happening now. These people that we call white have been an abomination upon the land of the earth, have been an abomination upon the people of Judah, have been an abomination for all that is right, just, and true. And I'm here to tell you, it ain't hard to see unless you don't want to see it, but karma is real. It is very real. And you reap what you sow. And so shall these vagabonds of destruction, these heathens that we call white, will never rebound from what they did. Strike one, Egypt. Strike two, Greece and Rome. And strike three, out of Spain. 3 strikes, you out. And in that Job verse 3, or chapter 3, it spells it out. Plain and simple. Really, 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 really easy to understand. And it's our time. Their downfall is our upliftment and enrichment. And all we got to do is just turn back to our ancestors and pay attention. Forsake the devils in human skin. They mean no good. They mean no good. They mean no good. And I'll throw it back at you.
All right. Thank you, Brother Isaiah. I want to take this time to welcome Sheila Neal to the program. Peace and blessings, Queen. We're glad you're here. Michael Perry, Peace and blessings, bro. We're glad you're here, Brother Donald. Walaikum salam. Peace and blessings. We are glad you all are here. And again, our topic is America facing a new revolution? If so, what about us? I want to start off by looking at the killing of the CEO in New York. And of course, white boy done the killing. Rich white boy at that. He ain't poor. He's from a wealthy family. But there were people who raised $70,000 for his defense already, that he didn't even ask. They labeled him a hero for killing the CEO of United Health Group. The McDonald's worker and that McDonald's franchise were hit with bad reviews saying that they got rats in the place and all of this because they one of the employees called the police and told, hey, the guy who killed the man is here in McDonald's eating. So there seems to be, even the university that I work, a professor tweeted out something good in support of the shooter, and the professor damn near got fired. She wound up taking down all her social media. So are we seeing the beginnings of a switch in the thinking of white Americans? Sis Cassie?
Absolutely. I am seeing some diabolical thinking right now. Just like you just said, the CEO, the young man, they was really, I've never seen, well, you know what? We did see this when they talked about Kobe Bryant, but never for their own. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen now they are just off the chain. With Kyle Rittenhouse, they gave this dude shot 3, killed 2, and walked. That's
Mm-hmm.
crazy to me. If you murder, you don't get jail time. You make excuses why it was okay, and the judge allowed him to walk. This started then, so it's not that it's started. It's here. This place is demonic. It's so diabolical right now that the scripture said you call evil good and evil and bad. You call evil good and good evil, right? That's what we
Mm-hmm.
are right now. Just like the young man that got killed on the train, he got choked to death. Okay, what did they do? They treated him to a football game, and your mayor was saying, oh, hey, you did us a favor. Then your president said, oh my God, you took care of you did a good thing. So I guess a convict and a murderer can hang out together, right? Well, that's what happened. Okay, you got a president who's a convict, and then you got a murderer. So I guess birds of a feather flock together. That's how I look at it. Okay, because I'm right here. I'm at this point where right now that this is crazy. This is crazy, and they are just getting bolder and bolder. But I do believe that you can only be so bold. You can only be so bold. It's time for them to get a little bit of this back. And every time they don't do what they're supposed to do for us, we usually have a school shooting or a supermarket shooting or something to where it's not good for them. So, my brother Isaiah said, sowing and reaping is real. And they got a whole lot. I wouldn't even want to be them right now. I wouldn't. I would not want to be them because they got a whole lot to pay for right now. And they are so evil, and they are really rooting for the shooter. You are rooting. They was like, they are just so, it's so crazy. I've never seen. And just like Daniel Penny, they raised what, millions, $2 million for him.
Mm-hmm.
Harold Rittenhouse, they did what, 3? I mean, these people have too much money. They got
Mm-hmm.
too much. We got to struggle to get 100,000, and they just, hey, here you go, 50 million. Here's 50,000. Here's 30,000. Here's 20. That's what they do. They have it to do it with. Okay, but my thing is, they are never held accountable. So what are we creating right now? We are creating some very dangerous people, and this is why Black folk, you better get your shit together. You better get your candy bars. You better have your peanuts loaded in your candy bars, because I'm telling you what, they coming. Because they have been emboldened. And if you out here walking and doing by yourself without anything, shame on you, because you already know you went through this 4 years ago. It ain't changed. And I rest my mic.
Definitely, I agree with that. Brother Isaiah, any insight in with this the man over United Health Group and the majority, I would say the majority of common everyday white folks have definitely went out to support this shooter. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, white folk gonna be white folk. You know what I mean? Good, bad, or indifferent. But from what I heard, the guy that died, hey, the guy that died, the guy that died. What's up, bro? The guy that died, he was doing some shady shit. You know what I mean? And it just culminated into his killing. So it ain't like, that he did it out of uh, spite, or, I'm not trying to give any rhyme or reason, but, he did what he did and it felt like he had to do it. So, but then again, what's for dinner?
It,
I give no fuck.
when we look at, I think his name Daniel Penny. I think
Yeah,
when we look at
right.
that, the brother was murdered on the train for no reason. He didn't attack nobody. He didn't put his hands on nobody. He just said some words. White boy, get up, choke him to death,
Mm-hmm.
and he got free.
Mm-hmm.
When we compare the two, that situation with the United Healthcare dude being murdered and the different reactions, is it correct to say that white folks are on a level way superior when it comes to responding to what needs to be responded to in the proper manner versus how we respond? Because there's a definite difference. Even when you look at, when the police didn't go in there and save them children from the school shooter, the parents showed up at the police officer's house. There's many more examples we could give that shows something is wrong with our responses. And what do you think? Do you agree? Is there a problem in our response?
Who, me or Sister Cass?
Oh, go Sister Cass and then go you, Brother Isaiah.
I
Okay.
do believe that there is a lot wrong with our responses. I mean, we act like some punks now. I don't know what happened. I don't know where do we get this spirit from. This is spiritual. We are scared to breathe. I mean, I've never seen such scary folk. We was in high school. Shoot, you look at us wrong. We were ready to fight. They have gotten black folks so fearful because I guess because we see the difference on what they will do for us, what they will do to us, compared to what they'll do to their own. And black folks are scared to move. We don't want to breathe. We don't look. We just, we'll go along with the whatever the white folk going along with. We'll speak on their behalf, and if it has something to do with anybody black, we're not going to take up for them. We're not going to support them. We're not going to, rock with them. We want them to know that we on your side, master. We got you. But them niggas over there, they on their own. That's the mindset I'm seeing with us. This is a very dangerous mindset, because you're going to make people like myself have to fend for myself. Because I'm just saying, you ain't gonna hurt me for free. I don't give a damn. You can hurt me for free. But we have to get to that place where we're watching. If you hurt my brother, then I'm coming. That's not where we are. I don't know why we're not. I don't know. I don't know what it's going to take to get us there. And it's almost like the more we see, it's almost like the God is just trying to make you move away from them. And the more we just You know how that pit bull that bite? That's us,
Mm-hmm.
the white folk. We just won't let go. God didn't try to pry us loose. He didn't try to, tap you on the nose. He didn't pull you. We still won't let them go. It's gonna take 2/3 of us dying and some more critical stuff happening before we actually get it. Because if we don't have it by now, I mean, they took all of this away from us that they gave us. Now they take it away from you, and we still don't separate. You hear what they do to your children every day, and you still take them to your children. You take your children to them continuously, knowing that they're sending your children, getting them prepared for jail. We know that. That's nothing new. But what do we do about it? Absolutely nothing. We don't raise our voice. We don't holler. We don't scream. We march. And then we march what? I don't even think they're marching no more about Penny. That dude, that's just, and he said he'll do it again. And he's going to.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all have to see him. Y'all better be ready.
Mm-hmm.
Don't have your back to them crackers. Sit down, put your back to the wall. I'm just saying, you don't walk in the room and you talking. He died, nearly died for his Second Amendment. What's that? The First Amendment, freedom of speech, right? That's the freedom of speech. You mean to tell me I can die for the freedom of speech because you don't like what I got to say? What? Where we do that at? That just blowing my mind right there. He didn't touch anybody. He didn't physically touch anybody. And you had your New York mayor, your Eric Adams, saying, "I support you." What? Support that?
And that's what he said?
Yes, he did. He said, yes, he did. In his very first interview, he said that. And then the governor came behind him and said the same thing. Then after after there was no guilty verdict, the not guilty verdict, they asked Eric again, so you still support him? And he said he just didn't want to comment on that because he got some black voters. His ass should get out of there now because I know how you feel. He ain't hit on nothing. My thing is, why do our leaders act like that? Why can they never support us? I don't understand that. But yeah, so no, we in trouble.
Wow. Brother Isaiah, what say you? You on mute. We can't hear you.
I feel the same way as Sister Cassie. Because if that was my son, you got to put your feelings in check and your emotions in check in those kind of situations. But they're not putting shit in check. They just do what they want to do when they want to do it,
and get away with it.
Yeah, and get away with it. But knowing me, I guess it just depends on how I was feeling at that point. But knowing me, I would have killed that motherfucker. He was a nerdy looking, long neck bastard. You know what I mean?
Crazy looking thing. Crazy looking.
Yeah, and he just ain't. You know what I mean? Butterbuck, Bacardi, what's up? He just ain't hitting. You know what I mean? And he had no feelings of remorse. Saying if I had another opportunity, I would have probably let go and just held him for the plea to come. But no, it was like I'll do it again.
Ain't that something? I'll do it again because nobody changed him. Ain't that something?
Yeah, ain't that a bitch? And I can't even fathom somebody killing, my daughters. They are grown, and then my two little boys. I would just lose him. I would kill him. There'd be no. I'd just be going to jail, I guess, but there would be no mercy in my soul. There just wouldn't be none because these motherfuckers ain't got no emotions at all. And when he was doing that interview, saying he'd do it again, it's like, wait, you don't have any emotion for this,
no remorse.
the father of this young man that you took the life of, and you were just so how you say gallivantly, I don't know, but you know what I want to say, and just snuff out a life that had the right to live. Man, this dude, like Sister Cassie was saying, he did nothing wrong. He wasn't hurting nobody. He wasn't yelling and screaming and taunting people. You know what I mean? But once again, we see white folk putting on their Superman outfit and being more than what they are. Because this motherfucker is a punk ass bitch, man. Because I would have, man, I would have lit his ass up, knowing
Mm-hmm.
me. Cause there's just no way that I put my son in the ground and say in front of the media, what the father said. Like, I would have just held my peace
Hmm.
on that motherfucker and blew his brains out, man. That's the way it would have went. So I
What
think,
did the
like,
father say?
huh?
What did the father say?
Oh, he said, I don't remember, I don't remember verbatim, but he was like, "Come on, New York, come on, man," like that,
Mm,
He was just beyond words, and I felt that. You feel me?
mm.
And that stung. I can't even imagine what he's feeling. And then
Well,
white
somebody
folks
said,
just,
didn't somebody say it was racist America? America's racist. Didn't was that his dad or somebody else in the courtroom? They said his father said something that was kind of, I guess he said, vulgar.
right,
But somebody also did yell racist America, race America's racist, which it is, but they don't
yeah,
understand it. They think, because they don't get treated like us, that it's not. But it is. We know
yeah.
that.
Well,
So but go ahead.
they think niggas ain't gonna do shit.
We not.
But
We not. Hmm.
the fire next time, because as Joel 3 said, what I just read, it's over but the short.
Hmm.
And once we get a taste of power, economic power, then political power, then spiritual power of our ancestors and coming back home, and then that physical one ain't gonna be shit. It ain't gonna be. It's gonna be real easy to just fucking kill them. And that's what. See, they think that they good. That niggas in America ain't gonna do shit. But when we shoot back, niggas with guns. And that's a terrible uh, mindset that they have and that they've seen in the movies of black people and black men, black women, black kids running. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. That's not what happened. That's not what happened, man. And they got that so deep within them that they just figure niggas ain't gonna do shit, but the fire next time. That's all I got to
Mm.
say. I'll throw it back at
All right, thank you, dear brother. I want to welcome Brother Bakari to the program. Peace and blessings, Brother Bakari, and Earth Angel 1105 remix. Peace and blessings, Queen. We're glad you're here. I want us to look at what Brother Donald said. Um, Brother Donald says that white folks have the power to respond and get away with it. Their response is just another example of white privilege. They don't even worry about the consequences because there are none. So the question, what is lacking on our end? Is it a power issue that we don't have the power to respond?
We have power. We have a lot of power. When we saw the Popeyes chicken, remember that chicken sandwich? We have the power.
Mhm.
We got the power. We just don't know we have the power. We can shut this shit down anytime we get ready. Period. And black folk know it. I don't know what the problem is because we showed up last time, right?
Mhm.
We know how to show
Mhm.
up. We civil rights. They was burning some stuff down, right? Okay,
Mhm.
we know what to do. We know what to do. But I don't know. We just I don't know what to say. We just like we're in a daze. Like we just well, I don't know. It just always happens. But the more you sit there and the more you don't do anything, the worse it gets for you. We can pull your money back. That's the best thing you could do right there. Is support your own business, put things in place and support our own business. Like you said, take over some of these small cities. We need to separate immediately. Let them fight amongst themselves. Let them kill up each other. You just move out the way.
Mm.
But we're just, I don't know. I can't put my finger on it. We just stuck. I don't know how to get unstuck. No matter what they do, we just sit there. We make excuses why it's okay. It's not okay. You have black folk talking about Daniel Penny did a good job or did what, he should have done that. Who says that? This is your own brother who was just talking. You had black folks sitting on that train. So, oh my God, he just scared me. Why did he scare you? Because white folks said he scared them? So why he scared you? I don't understand that. He wasn't doing anything. Did he touch you? No. What did he do? He was just talking loud. Black folk talk loud all the time. We're very emotional people. And we scare white folk when we talk loud. So what? You know how we are by now. You've been around us long enough. Who cares what you think? But we better tighten it up real quick. Because, we shouldn't be out here by ourselves right now. We already know that. But I don't know.
Isaiah, you have any insight you want to add?
No, not really. It's just one thing, though, really. Fuck all white folks.
Okay. And I want to welcome Jughead77 to the program. Peace and blessings, bro. Jughead says, what is lacking is that most of us, 99%, are cowards. This is the truth. Have
Where
we
did it
become
start?
cowards?
Where did it start? We got to be. We didn't want like this, what, in 70s, 80s? We weren't like this. Where did it come from? I'm going to tell you where it came from. TV, news, education. That's where it came from. And we still allow them to educate. Just look at our children another 5 years from now. They're going to be in dresses. They're doing the damage right now with our prisoners, men in prison. Give them 25 years with no woman. What? What are you creating in them jails? Most of the men come out there down low, liking more men than you do. You know what I'm saying? Than women do.
Right.
You understand? They doing that on purpose. We don't understand this. We act like we don't know their tactics. We act like we're not learning their tactics. We've been around these people. Isaiah, mute your mic. We've been around these people long enough to know better.
Definitely.
And we still act like we don't get it. Tell me why. What is it going to take for them to get your child? What is it going to take for us to get busy here? We should have showed up at Danny Penny's house. We should have showed up at the judge's house. We should have showed the hell up at what's his name? Alvin, whatever the DAs. We should have showed up. We got to show up. When we show up, we get results. When you sit them down and don't show up and act like it don't bother you, that's when you don't get results. We're not getting no results because we're not showing up. And I'm not talking about no marching. I'm saying show up at houses. When we went out there, when they went out there in Georgia and showed up at them houses, what happened? We got results. Them dudes got some time, didn't they? Okay, we showed up. So what happened? We went back to sleep. We didn't forgot what it's going to take. It's going to take us showing up. Period. You going to put this brother in jail? We're going to have some business out here in these streets. They ought to be so threatening to black folk to know that they're going to act a fool. We got to do right by them. We got to do the right thing. They're not doing the right thing because we don't make them. You have to take it. You have to make them respect you. And that's not what we're doing.
Do you think, because Brother Donald makes a good point, he says we are not cowards when it comes to killing each other. So
because they trained you how? They told you it's okay. This is training. They trained you to distrust your own. They trained you how to hate your men, ladies. They trained you how to hate your women. This is training. This is 70 years worth of training. This is the result. Oh, they're not done yet. You ain't seen nothing yet. They're going to continue killing you until you stand up for yourself. Just like Ozone stood up for himself. He said, not today, didn't he? I hate that he's still in jail, but he didn't let them kill him. They couldn't do what they wanted to do to him. But we got the power. We know what to do. We know what to do.
So is it a position of we've got comfortable?
Absolutely. Absolutely. We've gone back to sleep. George Floyd, we tired. I guess we tired. We wasn't getting enough justice. No, you keep hammering it. You keep hammering it. You don't stop. You don't stop. George Floyd, they shouldn't have stopped till they passed some laws, some new laws. Rather take 2 or 3 years. It took a year for the boycott. Remember the bus boycott? It took a whole year. But they made it happen. We're not sticking to nothing, and they know Black folk ain't got that energy. We're not gonna stick. We may stick with it for what? A couple months. You talking about a year? Black folk ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. We got, we got to work these 16 hours. We got to get this mansion. We got to get this overpriced car. We got to save Cadillac like we did. It's things that we ain't got time. We got to, we working hard these 16 hours now. Ain't no 8-hour jobs. You get 12 hours now. They started pushing it up. When you supposed to spend time at home? It's done on purpose. This is done on purpose. 70 years worth of educating your own children, educating them, allowing them to educate your children. They had a long time to brainwash your babies. Now our babies want to hang out with white girls. Now, one of them married white girls. Our little young boys, high school students. That's all you see them with, white girls. Where'd they come from? That's your fault, Black folk. That's your fault. Love is love. That's what I hear. Love is love. But God told me they'll have a perpetual hatred for you. Ain't nothing good in them. That's what the universe. That's what God tells me. But we want to tell you, it don't matter who you love. You can marry who you want to. Okay, go ahead and wind up dead, beat to death.
Now, I wanted to look at Brother Bakari's comment. He says that the murderer was invited to the Army-Navy football game to sit in the box with Trump and Vance.
Yep.
So would that be looked at that Trump and Vance and the rest of them agreed with the killing of our brother?
Absolutely. Did you read the Vance text? The Vance text praised him. We're proud of you. You cleaned up the streets for us. They talked about the DA. He trying to take away your privilege, take away your freedom. Oh, you should have read the text that Vance wrote on X.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
So that's agreement. That's what I did a show on yesterday. That was agreement. That's agreement. That's a dog whistle. And I got a text from somebody say, you ain't seen nothing yet. Oh, I believe it. I said, you try that with a real man. Try that with a real one and see what you get. I said, yeah, every Black person, don't get it twisted. Every Black person ain't like that. It's some Black folk that will take your head off. Try it with the right one. So that right there was agreement. So that's a dog whistle. Tell them it's okay. Who invites a murderer to a football game with you? Tell me, let's have some fun. What kind of fun you trying to have? Okay. Y'all sit there if you want to. Sit there. Now I'm gonna have to fight for myself. Sit there if you want to. And nobody said nothing. Nobody said nothing. I sent it to you, Maurice. You didn't see it.
I didn't see that.
Oh my goodness. I can't believe you missed that one. I sent that one to you.
I didn't see. Let me go and I didn't see that. Let me see.
I'm telling you, it's I'm gonna see. Yeah, I've had it. Yeah, I was trying to tell you that yesterday. They changed everything. They didn't praise the boy and they invited him out to and I sent it to you. I don't think you've seen it though. And the nerves to sit up there and gave him a whole. I'm gonna try to find what he said on X and see if I can send it to you. Boy, he was excited. He praised him, boy. You had Eric Adam praising him. You had the governor praising him. You had now you got Trump and Vance praising him. Oh, his attorney said when they interviewed the attorney said he didn't die from choking. He died because he had leukemia. Who the hell are you talking about? The hell you talking about? He had some drugs in his system. What the hell are you talking about? So that means if we take him out, we didn't really take him out. It was because of his, his blood pressure or something. Huh? They want to talk to us like we fools. Gaslighting, and they know what they're talking about, just sounding like fools, and we let them.
Now, wasn't it a black man
Holding the
there that helped the
yep,
white boy
sure did.
hold him?
Mhm. Yep. And we should took care of that. But see, this is what we do. We don't. We let them say anything. We let Candace talk crap. We let Roland talk crap. We see him holding them and no nobody say nothing. We should have handled that. We should have been showing up. I keep telling y'all, showing up is everything. Showing up is everything. Whoever lived in that city should have showed up. All of them. Friday,
Mm,
every day until business was taken care of. We have to
mm,
get busy. We are allowing too much stuff to go down without handling our business. You're going to make
mm,
the others have to fight too hard to catch up. No, I didn't change my name. I just hadn't been on in a while, Bakari.
mm. So, do you think that it could be a situation where we have what is supposed to be justice in America in the court system, that our people rely on the court system to actually do their job, um, and that way it stops us from being our original selves, because they were sold a bag of goods about this so-called justice system, that it just never pans out to be what it's supposed to be. You're on mute, Sister Cassie. We can't hear you.
Even when we see that it doesn't work, even when we see that the justice system does not work for us, we still will say, call the cops. I'm not calling them. What are you calling them for?
Mhm.
You see on Facebook, call the cops if you see my son, he's been kidnapped or whatever. Them bitches, the one had something to do with it. Why am I gonna call them? You still stupid? You still sleep? Why would I call them? Who in their right mind would call the police for anything? Are you crazy? But you
Mhm.
still have people. I'm gonna call the police. Okay, go ahead. You're gonna end up dead. I ain't gonna even say in jail. You're gonna end up dead. Because every time you call them, you end up dead. You call them for your own murder. And we still don't understand that. We're still calling the police.
Mm,
Why?
mm, mm,
We're still telling people, so and so son is missing. If you see him, call 911. Call. Why? They're in on it. Don't we understand this from slavery? 3 Mississippi boys got let go from jail at 12 o'clock at night. Who does that? And then the police stop them for the Klan to get them. Make it make sense, you guys. Y'all don't understand this. Y'all don't do your research. Are we not reading our history? Probably not, because you're in their schools. So they want you to forget your history. So we believe everything they tell us. No, I don't believe anything come out of their mouth. Nothing.
mm,
Ever.
mm. Well, I got the post that you sent, and I'll go ahead and read it. Vance posted on X that he invited Penny, who
Mm,
was just acquitted in the death of Jordan Neely, to join him in Trump's suite. Daniel's a good guy,
ain't that
and
something?
New York's mob district attorney tried to ruin his life
Mm,
for having a backbone.
mm.
Vance posted, I'm grateful he accepted my invitation
Ooh,
and hope he's able to have fun and appreciate how much his fellow citizens admire his courage.
ooh.
Wow.
That's your president. Black folk. That's who y'all put in office. Shame on you. You couldn't vote for your own. You couldn't vote for your own freedom. Dr. Claude Anderson told us to vote as a block, not for the D's and not for the Reds, not for the Blues, not for the Reds, to vote for your own freedom. And we fail to do that. You'll sit up there and leave one Democratic Party treated like shit. Then you go to another one that now this is what you got. He's praising the murderer that murdered your brother. And then you got black folk standing behind this. That's how brainwashed we are. This is why I keep telling you 2/3 gonna die. Ain't gonna be too many of us left. This year is gonna be a year of no return. This year is gonna be a year that's gonna wake up a lot of black folk.
Mm,
Sit
mm,
there if you want to, but y'all voted for that. Y'all voted for that. Well, I guess a murder and a con artist. Okay, I guess a convict Murderers do hang out together, don't they? Okay, I understand now.
Mhm. And
Birds of a feather.
Vance further says that justice was done in this case.
Ain't that
It
something?
was a scandal
Ain't that something?
Penny was ever prosecuted in the first
Ain't
place.
that something? Wow.
Wow.
Whew. I'm done. I can't do this.
Wow.
I cannot. I can't take it. I can't.
Mm,
I was
mm,
so mad
mm,
when I saw that yesterday. I was so mad. I couldn't stand it.
mm,
This is who we put in office. This is what this man. But this is a Christian, ain't he? Ain't Vance a Christian?
mhm,
Yeah, that's them Christians. We don't serve the same God, baby.
mm.
How come black Christians and white Christians think so different? He's praising the murderer. We would. Oh, you see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
How do we? How do
Yep.
we? What God they serving? It ain't ours.
No, no, it definitely
It
isn't.
ain't ours.
And in that statement, do you see? Because I can see
Oh, I
that
see a whole
more
lot.
white folks will attempt this vigilante
Right.
thing
You
now.
better believe it. That's it. He
Mm,
just opened the door.
yep.
He opened the
Yep.
door. I'm telling you, every time we
Mhm,
look around, somebody finna die. Y'all
mm,
better be ready. Y'all better be ready. Cause that
mm,
right
mm,
there
mm.
was a dog whistle. Read it again, bro.
Yes, ma'am. Let's see. He
Y'all
said,
need to listen to this.
justice was done in this case. It was a scandal Penny was ever prosecuted in the first place. It was a
Mm.
scandal.
Ain't that something?
Mm, mm, mm. Wow.
That's crazy.
So we have to understand that in America, because I believe that there's a misunderstanding that our people have that good white folks, and I put that in quotes, good white folks will always be around to take care of the bad white folks. They'll always be around to say to the bad white folks, you shouldn't do this or you shouldn't do that. But in my true understanding and opinion, there's no such thing as good white folks.
I ain't never seen none. I have never seen any.
Mm-mm.
My history, my God told me ain't nothing good in them. He said they will have a perpetual hatred for you. My
Mm-hmm.
history has not shown me any good white people. Just like a witch. You have good witches and bad witches, they say. But make them
Mm-hmm.
mad, what happened? They put a curse on your behind, don't they? Bad or good.
Mm-hmm.
Get the same result, right? Okay.
Yeah.
I ain't never seen no good white folk. Never.
Mm-mm-mm. Brother Bakari says that Haitians are running from Springfield, Ohio now because of threats. They plan is to deport green card citizens and their children. My grandson mom is a green card, has a green card. And Brother Bakari, they will not take my grandson. Wow. You know, and I know the Haitians up there were not a majority number, and that always presents a problem when you're not in majority. But I also think that running is a mistake as well. At some points, you have to just stand and fight toe to toe. We've done this back in the 70s, as Sister Cassie was saying. Last week we talked about the Church of the Black Madonna. They fought the police to a standstill.
Mm-hmm.
We have the ability, but it's like something is missing that is a connection to say, look here, you got to do this because your life is on the line.
That's right.
You have to fight. Your life is on the line. These people don't regard you as being a human. They don't regard you as being somebody that is worthy of life. So we have to begin the process of putting value on our own lives. And I think that is a very, very big thing that has to happen. We have to be able to put value on our own lives. Because if we continue to follow and listen to this enemy who has stripped the value from our lives, we're not going to get anything good out of it. If they won't teach you right, they damn sure will not treat you right.
That's right.
And that's something that we have to understand. Brother Isaiah, what's your thoughts before you fall asleep?
Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be one. You know, and thinking about it, I really believe that we need to utilize everything in our power to make sure that our kids and our neighborhood and our community is safe. That's the purpose of the city. That's the purpose of the state. And that's the purpose of the federal government. And we're just not doing it. You know what I mean? We, we, we're singing Kumbaya and praise Jesus. You know, that's nothing. I mean, the what uh, uh, Fannie Lou Hamer, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, she said you can pray until you're blue in the face. I don't
It's time to
remember it.
move, baby.
Huh?
I said it's time to move. We didn't pray enough. He's
Yeah,
waiting on
yeah,
you.
yeah. She said you can pray and pray and pray until you blue in the face, and that ain't gonna happen because nothing is going to fall in your lap. You got to get up and get going. And we know that, but somehow, some way, we're still hoping and praying and wishing that white folks will do the right thing, and they're not going to do that. They're not going to give up their privilege. They're not going to give up their superiority, and they're not going to give up their supremacy. So, with that being said, what else is left? Beat their motherfucking ass. We did that in the '60s with that video with Malcolm X and the Big Six. We were serious, man. Then all of a sudden, these gatekeepers, these niggas, calmed it down. Cause we were fucking shit up and beating the shit out of white folk. They got scared in Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Texas, the deep south. Man, they were beating their motherfucking ass. That's no joke. Uh, uh, Malcolm X said it, and lo and behold, we see these niggas want to talk about, calm things down, as long as they get something off the table, which you want to be Jews in the mix, talking about, well, we're gonna get you something. We're gonna get you something. Just put you in the mix and put you in the middle, and you'll be the head of the civil rights movement. Man, fuck you. Enough is enough, man. You feel me? And white folks know what they're doing. They're not stupid. They're not ignorant. They can see. They know what they are doing to defer justice. And that, yeah, the video from last night, a brother was talking about the PPP loan and the tens of trillions, over $30 trillion were forgiven by the U.S. government for the PPP loan. So America has the money to do the right thing. America had the nuances of policy and regulation to put things into effect. And as far as I'm concerned, uh, fuck them. It's a new day, man. It's time. We're sick and tired of being sick and tired. And now it's on and popping. Put your signature on that piece of paper or your brain's going to be on that motherfucker. That's just how it's going to be. And that is how it is throughout Europe. White folks are being killed throughout America. White folks are being killed throughout Canada. White folks are being killed. It's not on the news. It's not on the news. The revolution will not be televised. And so, with that being said, fuck all white folks.
I want to look at, I want to welcome Mayat to the program too. Peace and blessings, Queen. We are glad you're here with us. Jughead says, Brother Maurice, my beloved African FBA bruh, I'm glad Trump is in office. Why? Because this will force Black folks to organize and do for self or perish. Marcus Garvey. Do you see that the same, Sister Cassie?
Yeah. Yep. Either you're going to get up off your ass and fight or you're going to die. Goodbye. Period. That's how I feel right now. I'm so frustrated right now with Black folk. I'm just done. I'm done. You're letting too much stuff. You're sweeping too much stuff under the rug. You're not handling your problem. You're not dealing with nothing. You're just pleasing white folk. And you making sure you let them know, Master, I got you. I got your back. And so somebody murder your brother, you agree with it. So yeah, I totally agree. Mm-hmm. So my thing is, we told you what to do. You don't do it. Bye-bye. Maybe in the next life you'll get it right. But you're done. If you don't fight, if you don't get prepared, you're going to die. Period. This is God's way of making you fight. Because he had already told you, move. Let me get them. But you holding on so tight like the pit bull that you won't even move. You won't even let them go. You won't even separate. They treat your babies like crap. They treat you like crap every chance they can. Then you turn around and marry them. So yeah, I totally agree. Totally agree. So it's going to be a lot of funerals. I ain't going to none of them though. Because I'm just saying. I ain't going to none of them. Because we telling you what to do. Telling you to get prepared. And you sitting there looking stupid. Letting them say and do anything to you. See, the sad part is the one video you showed me about the white guy was on the train, did the same thing, but he slapped somebody and lived. So you mean to tell me I can sit up here and talk and I can die for talking? But this white dude slapped somebody and still lived. Something wrong with this picture. Something is wrong. They can, we can't. Oh, you showing me loud and clear. But don't come over here. Don't bring that smoke over here. Because I'm sick of it. I've had enough of it.
Definitely. Brother Isaiah, what say you? Do you think that Trump is a blessing to our people?
Do I think what now?
Trump being elected is a blessing to our people.
Well, I mean, it depends on how you want to look at it, from a policy perspective. I believe
out their behind. Making them out their butts.
I believe so. I don't like the guy because he lied, schemed, connived. He's a prolific liar. You know what I mean? He's not the best of what we could have had. You know what I mean? But we will see, in January and from that moment forward after the 20th, what's going to happen. And I truly believe this new stable coin that has just been approved, RLUSD and XRP and the whole shebang is going to really be his legacy, I guess, if he don't fuck it up. You know what I mean? But I don't like the guy, and then I like the guy. You feel me? So we'll see. I wrote about this in my book about Q and all of this, that, and the other. And I sent it to you guys too. There's a thing right outside the White House. It looked like the gallows that's being prepared for somebody. And we'll see what happens and whether or not, Q is real, whether or not we're going to see a lot of people getting executed and get more, or whatever the case may be, or right in those galleys right outside the White House, I think it is, or Congress, or wherever it is. You know what I mean? So, but I don't know. We'll see. Time proves all things. So I'll throw it back at you. Hello?
But it's time for us to do something. I know that much. I'm reading
Yeah.
what's his name? The judge, he said D. Penny is an appearance of the Turner Diaries. This was a book published in 1978. Please get a copy. This is what's coming for Black folks in the West, not just the U.S. That's why y'all should. I keep telling y'all. Sometimes you gotta have to relocate. I'd rather relocate than continue putting up with America's crap. I'm just saying. I'd rather relocate. I don't want to retire here. I don't. I want to go and travel the other places that I know that we're being treated better. My one place is going to be Burkina Faso. I got to get there. I got to see this. What's his name? Thor. He's doing an amazing job. That dude. He's over in also Mali and Niger. They're doing an amazing job. You got Senegal. That's my next place. Senegal. That's somewhere else I want to go. My thing is, I want to do something different. I'm sick of what I'm seeing. I don't want to, Black folk we're getting ready to go through a hard time because we won't fight, because we won't do anything, because we just sit there and let them, let somebody slap you upside the head, you turn the other cheek. Okay, I don't know how to do that. I know how to slap back. So, it's just enough is enough. Enough is enough.
Definitely. Welcome, Brother Willie Rivers, to the program. Peace and blessings, Brother Willie. We're glad you're here.
Yes.
Maya, she wrote, did y'all see the guy who jumped over the judge's bench?
Yeah.
Got a long sentence. He was weeping so hard, snot was coming out of his nose.
But guess what? That judge shouldn't have been on that. Seeing how the same judge that he jumped over the bench, she shouldn't have been on that case. She gave him that sentence because out of her anger and out of her heart. You know what I'm saying? She shouldn't have been over that case. So we really need some attorneys to go and handle that case for him, because you can get that overturned. But you just need Black folk. Black folk, we have attorneys in the U.S. but won't even do their jobs. We can't get Black leaders to do nothing for us. We can't get Black attorneys to do nothing for us. We're stuck. So my thing is, let's go out. Let's get out. Let's do something different. I'm tired of what I'm seeing.
Is it about, because I watched that part of the trial too. I watched it. It was a different judge than the judge that he jumped over to beat up. It was a different judge.
I thought it was the same judge who gave him the sentence. The white lady, right?
It was a different judge. But the judge that got beat up wrote a letter, and it was read in court saying that he should get the maximum because he knew better. And the judge that was, over the case, that shit was just a wrap. He was going to get the maximum, period. It wasn't no if and as she said, and I'm giving you these years, and they are not going to run concurrently. So after he do for 1 year, he got to do the X, and the next, and the next. So
that's okay. They think they're doing something. Their time is coming. Trust me. Their time is very short. Very short. They better enjoy it while they got it, because their time is done with a capital D-O-N-E. Done. So they just go ahead and enjoy it right here, because this is it. This is your last round. This is it. You just can't come quick enough for me.
Exactly.
So I got to go and travel and get my mind off of it. And I'm pissed. I was like, yesterday was very hard, because I see stuff and it just bothers me, because Black folk just sit there. What y'all sitting there for? What are we waiting for? What are we waiting for?
Do you think, Sister Cassie, in this case, because as Mayat said, he was crying and snot coming out the nose, but you would think that you once you made that revolutionary
jump
leap to whoop her ass, and you lived through it,
you should have known.
Coming back out.
Yeah.
And
so my thing is, why don't we put sheets on our heads and go handle our business? He didn't have to do that. He could have just called her at home. Why are we doing that? I'm just saying. I don't condone violence, but I condone justice. And until we start visiting some of these judges and DAs, these judges know what they're doing. I'm just saying. You're going to get all that time. You should have may as well done what you need to do. You didn't jump. You didn't get all this time for a damn jump. The hell wrong with you?
Exactly.
What did the guy say in the movie Wakanda? He said, I'd rather die what? Free than a slave. That dude ain't never coming out of there for nothing, for a jump. You didn't even get a punch. You ain't even pull no hair. You ain't do nothing. Ain't nobody got time for that. You should just done what you need to do, got out and showed up later.
Now, why? Because Maya, what she's saying, people laughed and made fun of it. But it's not so funny now that he's been sentenced, and she feels sorry for him. And when I saw him leap over the thing to get to the judge, I was like, wow. Now he took flight.
You in trouble.
You know.
He didn't even grab her hair. He wasn't beaten. He wasn't doing nothing. He just did a leap. I'm like, dude, you didn't get no punch. You didn't do nothing. You got all that time for nothing. You didn't even cause no damage.
But can it be motivation for somebody else? You know, like they say, they don't want to show school shootings on TV no more because for white folks, violence is contagious.
Oh, they get off on that.
Yeah, it's contagious for them.
But no, that right there is not contagious because ain't nobody doing that. Black folk ain't doing that. They ain't doing that. It was good to see. We laughed, but they ain't trying. No, that's not no motivation. That's stupidity. That's not motivating me to do it. I'm just saying. Did that motivate you, Isaiah? That didn't motivate nobody. Because black folk, no. If you're gonna do something, you could have did something a different way. If you're gonna do something to get some time, at least fight for your freedom. You understand what I'm saying? Not jump over a desk and now you got all this time. You can't fight for nobody. You can't even fight for yourself. Let's do something different. If we gonna get taken out, let's get taken out with one of them in your hand, with one of them under you, with fighting for something besides you just jumping over desk, getting all this time. You did absolutely nothing. You didn't get a punch because they grabbed you before you could. What the hell was that? You got so emotional that you couldn't think of, well, I can do this. I can take this outside. If you're gonna go to jail for something like that, at least do some damage.
Well, you know that he did say that he had mental issues. That he had.
Did they care?
They
didn't care. They didn't care about your mental issues. They gave them to you. Everybody out here got mental issues because of them. I'm just with PTSD, Willie Lynch syndrome, because of them. Do they care? Biden already told you, I don't care. Let's get them thugs off the street. Let's put them in jail, lock them up. Keep them away from my mom. Keep them away from my kids, even though my kids do drugs. Keep them away from my crackhead kids. I don't care, even though America did it to them. Even though we did it. Because he said we did it.
Right. But he did say that.
He said that. He knew it. But he didn't care. He don't care. So why should we? Why should we? Why we not playing it like they playing it? They playing it. You think they not? You're going to see a whole lot more of what we just saw. And what we going to do about it? What we going to do about it? I know what I'm going to do about it. I'm going to be on somebody's plane. Because I'm not going to sit here with some cowards.
Now, but let me ask this. Are you saying, Sister Cassie, his leap was an act of cowardice, or are you saying his leap was just emotional? Stupid?
It was stupid. It was emotional. He was in his emotions. We are so emotional. We are. But my thing is, why didn't you leap? Why didn't you leap somewhere else? You'd have to leap right then, did you? Because when they bother us, and they know what they're doing, they know that DA, he know what he was doing. He let Penny off. Why we ain't visiting him? Why we not visiting some of these judges? who wouldn't even allow them to put multiple charges on him. He said one or the other. What do you mean one or the other? Why we can't have both? You get black folks 10, but he has just one. This was in the case as far as Penny was concerned.
Mm-hmm.
So what are we doing? So no, that was stupid. He was in his emotions. That little leap was nothing. They gave him some time he didn't even need to have. He could have handled his business another way. If you say she's bothering you, you know what's going on. You got mental illness. Okay, do what you need to do, and then use your mental illness as a way to get out. Something. I don't know. But my thing is, we have to start doing something different. Let's stop being so emotional. Let's start planning some stuff. Let's plan on taking over some of these smaller cities and getting us back together. You got so many small cities. They have absolutely nothing. You can build that city up, so you don't have to go 15 miles out the way to a Walmart. Why don't you put one right there in that small city? I keep talking about this. Run for mayor, city council, have you some help, and build up those small cities. Put your security around it. Put your police officer. Put you a black mayor that's going to do something for black people. And put a coon up there that you know ain't going to do nothing. You make him sign a contract. Maurice, you should talk about them contracts. Make him sign one of Maurice's contracts. You don't do what you need to do. We're going to handle our business with you. This is what we expect. Don't follow it if you don't want to. Follow it if you don't want to. I'm just saying. We got to stop. We got to get down to business. We ain't got much time. We need to be building right now and getting back into our groups. They have us so sprawled out on purpose. I can't help nobody because you know what I'm saying? You got black, you may have a family here, you may have a family here, you may have one. That's not enough to help anybody. And then you got us so brainwashed, we won't even help each other.
Mm-hmm.
This is crazy. What are we doing here? We're not thinking about the future. We're not thinking about our generations. This is the time we should be building for our generations. Our babies need us to change this. But I'm to the point where we're not going to do it. Our baby's going to have to do it. My granddaughter going to have to do it. My grandson's going to have to do it. Our grandchildren is going to be the one to do it. Because it's time. Because I see what they're doing in Africa. I see the move. They putting French out. Isn't that a sign, you guys? Y'all not understanding this? That's a sign. They pushing everybody out, right? Why?
Right.
Because it's our time. This is our time. If we rose up, God will see us through it. I guarantee you it. He's waiting on you. And we won't even move. He keeps allowing stuff to happen. And it get worse and worse. Trying to make y'all get your asses out the way. Move. Get away from them so I can tear their behinds up. But you so busy hanging on. If he strike them, he going to get you because that's how close you are to him.
Mm-hmm.
The wheat and the tear. The wheat and the tear. We like this. He can't get neither. He can't get them because you're going to get hurt in the midst. Move out the way so he can handle them. He can't handle them with you in a way. You're going to get the same punishment. Just like when we had to see, if black folk was in their own area, you think we'd have died the way we died? You think we'd have been as sick? You think we'd have got as sick as, because they was dying at first. Big time. Italy, remember France, Italy, all the white countries, they was like boom, 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 boom. Then what they started doing, licking on the handles of doors. You touch doors and now you sit.
Exactly.
Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Lick
I
hand
remember.
and touching the door. I seen a man in a restaurant, blew his nose and put the napkin on the tray, put the napkin on the counter. I said, you need to move that.
Mm-hmm.
And nasty, you need trash right there. Nobody want to touch your nasty spit tissue. We was in a restaurant. He being nasty and looking to see who's. Oh, I see you. Move it. And the baby's cleaning up behind his nasty, disgusting stuff. He turned 5 shades red because anything nobody saw him. Oh, I'm looking at you. I'm watch y'all devils all the time. Nasty. But we have to start now. This is we are at, I don't even know, it's beyond a 911 because we're running out of time. We are running out of time. If I had the money today, I'd be out. I'd be on a plane now. I swear I would. Because I don't like what I'm seeing. I don't like what I see coming. I don't like it. And it's not good for black people. I pass. I rest.
So when we look at, I want to remind us, when we look at the Montgomery brawl, in Alabama. That was inspiring. That was
For a minute.
uplifting.
Hmm.
That was motivating.
Hmm.
What happened after though? Did the spirit die? Did it drop off? Did we forget? Because that was a revolutionary, or in my understanding, that was a revolutionary act
It
that
should
we
have
saw.
been. It should have been. It should have been, yes. But then afterwards, I think the young man changed his story, or they was gonna bring him up on the black dude with the white shirt, the captain, or he was the
Mhm.
assistant or whoever. They was getting ready to bring him up on charges. He stopped talking about it. He stopped talking about it. He changed, he stopped because he got scared. But my thing is, we have to keep, if we do it globally, and that's how you do it globally. You don't do it one person here or there. You do it. Black folk across the country, nationwide, globally. You rose up. They can't stop. They can't stop it. They can't. It's not enough National Guards.
Mm.
Not enough. But we got to do it globally. But we
I, I
won't.
want I
I
want to
don't.
ask
Mhm.
Jughead, when the video of the brawl in Montgomery got out, did y'all over there, how did it affect y'all? Did it motivate y'all? Did it, give y'all energy to say, okay, yeah, it's on, let's repeat? What did it do for y'all over there, Jughead 77? When you get a chance, please respond to that, because I would like to know. Because as Sister Cassie said, we do need something that's going to ignite a fire in all of us.
Mhm.
And we have to be able to see that we are one people.
Yes.
Just as our brother who jumped into the water to swim
Mhm.
over there to get into the fight. Even when our brother picked up the chair
Mhm.
and hit the crackers with the chair.
That was smart. Oh man, that's that right there. Who when they was on that dock? I'm talking about a boat. When they was every boy, they all had
Mhm,
one. I was like, oh my god, that's what I'm talking about right there. That's what it's
mhm.
time for us to do. They need to look at us and say, y'all need them black folk alone. Y'all know they crazy. They need to be.
Exactly.
That's what they used to be like that. But I don't know. We
Mhm,
lost it. When you start allowing them to educate your children, that was the worst thing we could have did. Best thing for them, but the worst thing for us. Because then they
mhm,
started teaching our children how to be cowards. They start
mhm.
telling them, you can't fight. You fight, you're gonna get suspended. No, you tell, they
Right.
don't do it, you beat their ass and come on, I handle it. Seriously.
Mhm,
Nobody got time for that. Because I know our kids that
mhm,
we tell all the time and they do absolutely nothing. Then when you get tired and you start fighting, now they want to come in there and break it up. You should have broke
mhm,
that. You should have broke it up when I came to you the first time. Let me finish getting her and I'm gonna take that punishment. But I'm gonna handle this right now.
mm, mm, mm.
We gotta stop being scared to fight.
Mhm.
Scared. What you scared of?
Do you think, because and I gotta research that because I hadn't heard, but there's when you start telling about the captain, once they was going to throw charges on him, then he got quiet, and it reminded me, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, in the early days when the police attacked the mosque and the men beat every police up and the police left, but when it was time for the next mosque meeting night, didn't nobody show up. And it was like they were still in shock that they beat the police and lived.
Ain't
Do
that
you
something? What
think
in the world?
that uh, our people um, deal with an afterthought of, now, if I whoop this cracker, what's going to happen to me after I whoop the cracker? Do you think that that's a problem, that we think about what the repercussions going to do after we handle our business? You on mute, Sister Cassie.
We
We
think
can't.
about that now before we even reach out. We thinking about that. We thinking about that now. Man, I want to get her, but I know if I get her, so and so, so and so, so and so. My thing is, okay, if we get them globally, nationwide, globally, just like that Alvin, what's the DA? The Alvin person, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who allowed
Alvin
that in
Bragg.
pay. If we handle
Mm-hmm.
our business with him and we handle our business with the judges, I mean, we have to do something. We can't just sit here and continue. We know that legal system don't work for us. We have a God-given right to defend ourselves. We have a God-given right to make sure we good. Period. And when you allow bullies to keep bullying, what's going to happen? They're going to keep doing it. They're not going to just stop on their own. They're not going to have a heart and say, oh, let's stop messing with these Negroes. They're not going to do it. Until you do something to make them, they're going to keep on doing it. Because they get worse and worse now as I'm seeing it. I think. They're getting worse and worse. They're bolder and bolder. Because one already said, y'all ain't going to do nothing. Y'all have a TikTok, right? They said, y'all ain't going to do nothing. I said, some won't, but you have a whole lot that will. I said, you just ain't had the right one yet. You just ain't ran up on the right one.
Do you? I want to go to Jughead, and then I'm gonna ask you another question. But Jughead said, "Brother Maurice, the SummerSlam Rumble on the dock, LOL, gave me an emotional orgasm. I loved it. Black men acting like men, like we used to do back in the 70s and the 80s.
You even had old dogs out there." But boy, I love it. And I watch it every now and then. I gotta get a little, just gotta get that. Oh, I need that yesterday. Because what I'm seeing now, it's not working for me.
Now that the Rumble on the docks was, of course, not planned, but it was just right moment, right time, right seers, and boom.
Yeah.
Do you think it will take another right time, right place, right seers, and boom to produce something like that again?
I think it's going to take that one camel that's going to break the backs. I think it's going to take that one incident, and I'm waiting on it. I believe, I swear, I believe it's going to be that one incident. And sometimes it may not even be a huge incident. It's just enough to get Black folk to the point where I'm sick and tired, and it just woof. Oh, it's coming.
Right.
And I believe it's going to be sooner than later. That's why I tell y'all be ready. It's coming. Oh, it's coming. And I do believe that our young people is going to handle their business. Oh, it's coming.
So before, when America burned, it was the killing of Dr. Martin Luther King. And the government went out to search to find, well, who's this one nigga that called this thing and made it happen? And they found out that it wasn't no one person that did it, but there was uniting of Black people from watching TV and seeing our people getting our ass kicked. And then here's the man who stood up for peace and, to be nonviolent and to get along with you like brothers and sisters. And then he's dead. And next thing you know, the real feeling of the majority of Black people rose up and cities began to burn. So we're looking that it has to be something of that magnitude.
I keep forgetting I'm on mute because I mute myself. I think it's going to be something smaller, something that's not even going to be a big deal. That's going to break, because I think we are at that point right now of we are just right there. We are right there. I do believe that.
All right, excellent. I want to take a second and show this video real quick, and then we'll come back and talk about it.
Maurice, give me two. Can you hear me?
Yes.
About the guy, I want to tell you about the guy, Pickett, that was the brawl. They charged him with a misdemeanor assault, right? And he was due for arraignment. Yeah, they charged him. Why would they charge him when the dudes jumped on him? You understand what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying. We have Black lawyers that could do something and won't do anything because they want to make sure that you don't fight. That's why they charged him. Wow. Every time we try to do something, they charged him. He was due for arraignment on November 21st, but his assault charges were later dismissed. But he should never been charged in the first place. You understand what I'm saying? So they do that to kind of deter you from fighting. They got it all planned, just like the grandmaster, just like the NFLC man. They just had to get that weapon. They had to get him out. They had to get that weapon out of his hand. They had to stop that momentum. But they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. Because they trying to, every ounce of gasoline that's poured, they want to put it out before it gets lit. But I believe that when it's time, it's going to be a fire and ain't nobody going to be able to put that thing out.
Definitely. Definitely. I agree. All right, let's see. All right, so this video was back in 1966. This conversation. Let's check it out.
Maurice, we're not hearing anything.
Oh, you're not hearing?
That's what happened to me yesterday.
Lord. Let's see. Yeah, because I couldn't hear nothing that the video was saying yesterday.
Oh my God. I didn't, man, I was so mad.
Okay.
You got to put the voice one on that little button at the bottom, say voice and entire. Yeah, you got to do that. That's what I didn't press yesterday. I just sent you that riverboat also.
Okay.
Yeah, you kind of back down and stop talking about it.
Now I don't even see that screen that I was sharing. Okay, here it is. But the little volume button on the bottom of it is not there. Huh. Okay, let me try to do something different. Oh, it's not gonna let me. So I'm trying. It's not gonna let me, and then it's not showing the volume part, so I can play the sound. So I don't know.
You want me to put it up over here and try to see if I can get it on my end?
Okay, yeah, let me do that.
What's the name of it? And I can try to look it up.
It is Ernie Chambers, 2 years after the Civil Rights Bill.
Okay. Let me try to see if I can pull it up.
And the video is like 2 minutes and 31 seconds. And I dropped the link in the private chat too, if you can get it from there. And when we finally get the video up, the point of the video is that you can see that the brother who's talking to the enemy, very articulate, laid everything out, period, point blank. You can even look at the enemy's face and see he's being convicted by what the brother is saying. Um, but there was, to me, it seems like there still is a disconnect, because it's like, you know what you know, but why are you not teaching the children what you know? Why hasn't that been given down? Why does, like, that information only stops with you? It stops with the adults. There's a thought in the Black community of, I want to save my child, so I don't want to teach them what we've really been through. I don't want to teach them what the real history is. And that thought of stopping the true education of our children is hurting us as a people. Um, and I wanted to be able to get y'all thoughts. Brother Isaiah, while Sister Cassie is looking for that video, what's your thoughts on that?
Sister Kathy or me?
You.
Ah, okay. I mean, I didn't see it all the way. I never seen it before, so um,
No,
maybe,
I'm talking
maybe.
about the part of some Black people are trying to save their children by not teaching them what happened to us as a people, and dealing with our open enemies. They want to keep that from them.
Oh shit. Well, that's a mistake. You know. I think we said that on your show time and time again. You cannot have a kumbaya moment with these animals. They're not capable of empathy. They're not capable of integrity, character. You know what I mean? They like fly landing on shit, and they like to eat shit. We're bees and we like to eat honey. So you're wasting time trying to speak and talk and have a civil discussion with flies that like to eat shit, talking to a bee. You're wasting your time. You know what I mean? So fuck all white folks, man. Just be like uh, um, brother Muhammad Ali. You got 1,000 snakes outside, poisonous snakes, but you see a couple of them that's trying to talk to you and talk sense to you. Just don't let them in. You know what I mean? A snake is a snake, no matter how uh, nice they may be. These people are less than animals. And I don't even know what's less than an animal, but they are there, and they mean no good for anybody, and especially black folks. You feel me? So I throw it back at you.
Maurice, the
All
one that
right.
you sent me, it wouldn't work in the chat, so I pulled it up this way. Is this the one that you're talking about?
Um, no, it doesn't look like it. It
No.
should be a Black man in a barbershop cutting hair, and then a white man talking to him, trying to
Okay, because
interview him.
that's what came up. The link wouldn't work in the chat. So let me see. Hold on, let me stop sharing this and see. Come back over here and see. Try the link again. Put the link in the Facebook chat. Maybe in the messenger, and see if I can pull it up that way.
Okay.
Okay, maybe we'll try it that way and see. Messenger. Okay, let me go see.
Okay, I sent it.
Okay, let me see. All right, let's see. There it is. still won't let me do it through Facebook. It's saying something, it's not available right now. Even on the link on Facebook, it's not letting me do it. All right, let me try to find it another way. Two years, I think. Okay. Okay, hold on. See, I think I have it. Let's try it again. Okay. And this is the one that's coming up. Let's see. And I'm gonna play it and see.
Make Omaha different from New York are just incidental. The problem exists because white people think they're better than black people, and they want to oppress us, and they want us to allow ourselves to be
Yes,
oppressed.
that's the one.
This is the basic problem.
Can you hear
Then
it?
what do you
That white
talk to me
people
about?
think they're better than others.
I can't solve the problem.
Yes,
You guys
we
draw
can
the
hear it.
strings at schools. You guys draw the boundaries that keep our kids restricted to the ghetto. You guys write up the restrictive covenants that keep us out of houses. So it's up to you to talk to your brothers and your sisters and persuade them that they have a responsibility. We've assumed ours for over 400 years, and we're tired of this kind of stuff now. We're not going to suffer patiently anymore. No more turning the other cheek. No more blessing our enemies. No more praying for those who despitefully use us. We're going to show you that we've learned the lessons you've taught us. We've studied your history, and you did not take over this country by singing "We Shall Overcome." You did not gain control of the world like you have it now by dealing fairly with a man and keeping your word. You're treaty breakers, you're liars, you're thieves, you rape entire continents and races of people. Then you wonder why these very people don't have any confidence or trust in you. Your religion means nothing. Your law is a farce, and we see it every day. You demonstrated it in Alabama. And I can say you because you're part of the whole system. You profit from it. In fact, you make your living from it. You couldn't walk around and talk to people, stand up in your pulpit on Sunday and preach nice little songs and say, now we're going to give thanks to the Lord for he is good and old Jesus be among us. As far as we're concerned, your Jesus is contaminated, just like everything else you tried to force upon us is contaminated.
Well,
so you can have him. And here's what I'll say. I wish you would follow Jesus like we followed him. Because if you did that, then we'd be in charge tomorrow. I think the problem is so bad that we can have no understanding at all.
You think it's gotten to the point where there can never be that reconciliation? Then?
No. You talk about justice, and it means one thing to you, and we talk about it and it means something else to us. And it'll always be that way. And I'd like you to know I have a terrible feeling against preachers because I think you guys are the ones who are largely responsible for the problem in the first place. And you can accept it or not any way you choose. And for you, this may be an excursion, you know, across the line.
What about the person that wants to listen? I genuinely feel that I want to listen.
Well, if you listen and try to do something, you get kicked out of your church. See, that's where your people are. God bless you, little brother. Come back and see us again sometime. And don't look back in anger. Thanks for taking it so well. He thought we were going to do in here like they do to us. If we went in one of their places, everybody would have jumped out their chairs and got some ropes together and hung one of us. We couldn't even go in one of their places like this. Yeah. Which is the bigger threat to American democracy and the Constitution? A Vietnamese mother suckling her child, or a white racist governor in Alabama who says, in so many words, to hell with the Constitution and Johnson and everything else? Which is the greater threat to democracy?
This is true. These people have a kind of self-deception. You know, they circulate these myths so long that they've begun to believe them. And once you believe them, as they say, if you define a situation as being real, it will be real in its consequences. And this is just what's happened. They've come to actually believe this. And any evidence to the contrary, he's the exception. But the fact is, all the people who do struggle hard, they accumulate a down payment. They do want something better for themselves and for their kids, and they hope that their neighbors will be the same kind of people that they are.
A black man fights for the white man, not for himself. He tells you to bleed and you bleed. He said, go bleed in Korea for the white man, and you go bleed because you have to. He tells you to go to Vietnam or Lebanon or Laos, and we have to bleed. Then in Mississippi or Alabama or Omaha, Nebraska, where they're taking our rights, and we know who the people are who are taking them, we don't have any blood then. We're radical. Just because we want to get the rights that we fight overseas for so the white man can have. We fight over there to defend his women and children and defend his land from attack. And while we're over there fighting for him, our own people are being attacked by the same white people over here we're supposed to be fighting to defend.
Right. Everybody's got something to fight for, right? You got the rights that you fought for. Do you feel that? Do you say that, Sergeant? And I got out. Do you feel that you're living under those rights now?
Why should he go over there and fight the Vietnamese? They've done nothing to him. Fucking right in this own country, he can go places and he can't even get in a hotel. I mean, and he can drive in a place and might not even be able to get gas if the people don't look at your license plate and see where you're from. That's what he was talking about.
Have you ever been in Hawaii?
Yeah.
What do you think about you? They're black as you are, and I am, right?
Yeah.
Okay then. What a bottle of beer cost you? 80 cents, don't it? Will they speak to you? Because they got long, pretty hair.
No, that's not what the white men got there and contaminated them.
You can't go to places in Japan, man.
Well, you know what? You know why? The American white
Yeah, but the Japanese gonna keep you out.
Why? Well, listen, man, let me say this now. Even if you go some other over there and they mistreat you, well, you can't feel too bad because that's not your home. But when you come to your own home and mistreated, then you really feel mistreated. This is my home here. And if it's being the fight, just fight here.
Amen. Right.
You know what I mean? Why go over there and fight?
Have you ever been turned away from a hotel by a Vietnamese, by a Chinese, a Japanese, a Korean, a Lebanese? How about a white man?
Yeah.
Then if we should fight the man who's hurting us, and the white man is one, and he lives in this country.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll stop sharing.
So what's your thoughts on that, Sister Cassie?
I could watch that all day. I swear. I love history. And this is the problem. They're not showing our children the fight. We're not showing our children stuff like this, right? They was talking about we bleed overseas, but not home. I mean, come on, we'll go over there and fight for another country's freedom. And you get back home and they hang in our men in their uniforms. You remember back in the day? I remember maybe last year, a guy was in another city, right? And the sheriff stopped him, and he told the sheriff, I'm U.S., I'm in the service. The police said, I am too, right? I was too, but he still maced him, right? You remember that story? It was a black guy, and I don't remember what city, but he had stopped at the service station, and he told the officer, hey, I'm in the U.S. service, whatever. I can't remember which one, Marines, Army, which one of them. And he said, I was too, but still he sprayed him. So what are we doing? So why are we sending our children over there? Not doing that. Just like he said, we can go over there and fight another person, but you're not fighting these crackers here in America who treating you wrong. You're not setting them straight, but you'll fight your brother. I step on your toe. I'll run and hit your car or whatever. You come out ready to fight. But you're not giving them crackers the same energy, that same heat. Why? I agree with everything he said. Just like them crackers. You would have went up in their barbershop, you would have got beat down. You know that. Back in the day, you couldn't go up in some of them Illinois cities. You still got sundown towns. Okay? Some of these cities, you still can't go in some of these towns. Today, 2024. You done went up in their schools. Our black children sometimes can't even get along with them in their schools, but they can come in our schools and nothing happen. But go up into some of their schools and some of them sundown towns. You're behind that up out of there at 10 o'clock when the lights go down, when the sun go down, you're in trouble. But we're not bothered about that. We don't care. You go to the service. I've heard horror stories about the service. How racist some of them sergeants was. My son-in-law is dealing with it right now, getting ready to retire. And he giving That dude giving him all kind of fits. And for what? Because he's a black man. And because he can. And I'm sure he's not the first. He won't be the last. Because this dude should have been retired and won't retire just so he could harass people. But you want me to fight for your country? You want me to fight for a country? Oh, I'll fight for it when you go out there with me. Guess what? I'm just saying. Give me a gun and make me go to the service. They're going to say, what's wrong? Why ain't people come up messing with Cassie when she out there with him? We need to make sure that we handle our business. And we're not doing that. We're scared. What are you scared of? What is the problem? What's it going to take for you to get mad enough? And I'm hoping you're not going to say, when it's my child. I don't want it to be mine. I don't want to have to say that. I want to handle it now so we can handle our business. Now. Let's stop it now. I rest.
Very, very interesting.
One more thing, everything about them, everything they build up for us is to hurt us. Everything you got investigated. The food, the medical, hospitals, education, right? It's to hurt us. Every part of it. And now they pulling the covers off of stuff that was given to us to hurt us. They don't ever want to give you nothing. They barely want to give you reparations. I ain't giving you that net yet. But want to come up with a plan. But everything about them is toxic. Those are Satan's seeds. They come to kill, steal, and destroy. Show me a time when you had a relationship with them and it didn't happen the way you was on the bottom. Or they didn't destroy something you was trying to do. Every time we invite them in, we end up dead or in jail or hurt. They don't come to share. They come to take over. So when you see them coming, just know that they coming to take over. They never let black folks alone. Never let us have our own. Nothing. Here they come. I rest.
Excellent. Brother Isaiah, you got thoughts or you sleep?
I'm eating my soup because I got a little bit of a stomach ache, and I want to give a shout out to my wife because earlier, man, I was tore up from the floor. I was like, then she made a lemonade, right? And lo and behold, man, 30 seconds later, I was good to go.
Boy, women to do it for you, won't they?
What happened?
And women to do it for you, won't they? We got
that. Like, you put medicine in here, you know what I mean? What'd you do? And then she said, I put a little love in it. I said, all right, well, whatever.
I'm just saying. You got the right one.
That's right.
A little bit of love covered up with a little bit of love.
All right.
So that's good.
All right now.
I'm eating my noodles right now to try to calm my stomach down. So
enjoy your noodles.
It's still a little bit, but I'm all good. But yeah, I'm looking at my thing where she's talking about the Hispanic teacher. Man, look, who gives a fuck?
Ain't that something? Who cares?
Yeah,
I tell my children that too. So ain't nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, 2 tears in a bucket. Because, white folk gonna do what they're gonna do, man. But we gotta do what we do. And I can guarantee you, once we get concentrated on what we do, individually and collective, white folks just like France, then cut out the Air France to the Sahel states. Talking about Mali and Burkina Faso and Niger are gonna come crying back and crawling back. And that didn't happen.
They ain't coming back, honey. They're done.
No. And that's the thing. Like, you gotta, it's not hard to see. White folks need us. We don't fucking need them.
That's right.
Fuck fuck them, you know what I mean? Do our own thing, and I can guarantee you, that what y'all nigga doing?
Exactly. We need to keep them guessing. We need to start building now. Keep them guessing. Oh my God, what they doing? What they doing? They're getting ready. They're getting ready. I want you to wonder what we're doing. None of your damn business.
Look, just like our Egyptian forefathers and mothers, they kept them out because they knew they were nothing but a bunch of ingrates, savages. Now, these are not my words. These are the words of our ancestors. And a black queen of Egypt ran them out and told them to get the fuck out or your head gonna be on the floor. That's some real shit. So the only thing they really understand is violence. You know what I mean? Because you know we're not peace loving minded people, man. You know, you do us, we're gonna do you 10 times worse.
It used to be like that.
Just like Joel 3. It's been one, man. You gotta see it for what it is, because these motherfuckers ain't about a goddamn thing but the 4D: death, destruction, disease, and despair. All over the world, all over the globe, they haven't contributed a damn thing to anything. And they're always talking shit about what somebody done did and they ain't did shit. They stole shit, and they still stealing shit. And these people, man, you know, these people are I don't even know what the word is. What's worse than saying that there are savages? I don't even know what that word is. But if it's animals, that's what the fuck they are. Because after all these years, you know, I just turned 52. So I'm saying what my mother saw, what my parents taught me, what our ancestors spoke about. That these people are not capable of being civil. They don't know what the fuck the word means. And it's just sad to see, but fuck it. You know, for me, kill them all. These are the Amalek. Because if we don't kill them, like they doing in the Levant in the Middle East or Northeast Africa, they're going to kill us. It's just that goddamn simple. Nothing complicated, nothing hard to see, nothing hard to imagine. They are on a killing spree. And we sitting up here trying to go along to get along and kumbaya and saying, not all white men, fuck you. If you say this shit on this show, you're going to get cussed the fuck out. Like, we're not here for that shit. We're not here for no kumbaya for these, with these animals. Our ancestors didn't like them. I fucking don't like them. Not because of what they look like, but because they are the living embodiment of the 7 deadly sins: greed, gluttony, sloth, envy, pride, wrath, and lust. They dick hard off of that shit. You know? And it's just a damn shame, but we see it. But some of us still want to try to, you know, go along to get along and not really put them to the task. And my final response is that prior to 1965, 95% of the people who were in jail were white. I'll throw it back at you.
Yeah, that's very, very interesting. I want to go and look at a few comments. I want to start with what Brother Donald said. And I also want to welcome Norma X to the program. Peace and blessings, Queen. We're glad you're here. Brother Donald says, is anyone familiar with the new Black Wall Street in Stonecrest, Georgia, outside of Atlanta? I pulled it up on the I pulled it up to look at it and see. Now, before we go into it, when we consider Black Wall Street from the past, what were the components of it? Was the Black Wall Street just a place where Black people go and shop and go back home? What comprises of a Black Wall Street? What actually comprises of a Black Wall Street? Because I would think that there's a equivalent from, you know, the Black Wall Street and the people that go and buy. There's an even exchange of wealth going, you know, on both sides, one hand washing the other. But what are your thoughts? What goes into having a thriving Black Wall Street?
Well, I'm going to tell you, it means you have everything. You got schools. You don't need them crackers for nothing. That means you're using Black folk. They're having their own businesses, setting up schools, setting up your doctor's office, your birthing centers, your Black mayor. You have your Black police department, your Black security around your armed security at all times. You're on 24-hour guard duty, and it's not just one person; it's several people to make sure them crackers do what they're supposed to do and stay on that side of the land. You have your medical hospitals. You don't go to them for nothing. You got everything blackety black. Your own Black restaurants. Everything is blackety black, black, black. Period. Now, if they want to not right now. They want to order online. They can do that. We can send it shit to them, but they can't come over here. We don't need none of them. We don't need nothing from them. Period. We building amongst ourselves, we supporting ourselves, and they don't get one red cent of your $1.2 trillion. You bankrupt their asses. That's what I'm saying.
So is the Black Wall Street, would you consider that to be for only Black people or for anybody, any and everybody?
It's Black folk. If you want to order something online, we can send it to you, but you ain't coming over here to buy it. We have it, right now. We can do the online shopping. They want to support. They want us to send some merchandise to them. Okay, you buy it, but you can't become investors. You can't come over here. You can't cross that line. You stay over there on your side because when they come, you know what's coming with them. We ain't got time for it. We build it. They ass over there. They'll go to the website, order something, we'll ship it to you. Period. Ain't nobody bringing it to you. We're gonna ship it to you. So your mailman will be white. So you ain't got no problems with them coming over here tearing down nothing. Because like I told you, they come here, they want to bring trauma. If Black Wall Street had been set up and they not even had nothing to do with it, been fine. Them crackers was coming over there shopping with them. I don't trust that. No, we building this up for our Black families, our Black schools, birthing centers, everything Black. I don't believe in having nothing to do with them. Nothing. You want to order some? Order some. We'll take your money. You can order some all day long. But as far as you coming over here investing, that ain't happening. Keep it over there because you can't be trusted. We tried that already. It didn't work. Lead them over there.
Let's I'm gonna see if I can share screen and let's look at it. I think that when we're putting the name, the new quote unquote new Black Wall Street, I think it should be right and not no foolishness. But let's look at it and see what it comes up to.
They got probably everybody over there. That's not Black Wall Street. That's foolishness. So I see some white folk. Is that it? I see some white folk up in there.
Mm-hmm.
That's not Black Wall Street. Is that what that's supposed to be?
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be. I'm trying to.
Nope. There you go, messing up again. You're doing the same thing. You're doing it worse. You're doing the same thing. What are you doing different? You got to do something different. If you're gonna call it Black Wall Street, why are they sitting in the room? You could just stay regular street. It's not Black Wall Street. That's not it. You always think they're supposed to join in. What the hell for? You ever learned from your mistakes? We keep bumping our heads on the same door. You still, what do you call it now? They call it's a name now. We don't even, they don't even believe in just having just Black folk. It's discrimination, but they do it all the time. We don't have to tell them what we do. We don't have to tell them that it's going to be just for Black people. But when they come, we'll say no space. We ain't got no rooms. We have no land. It's sold up. They tell you that, don't they?
Exactly.
Okay, then why are we scared to say that? We ain't got no more rooms. We ain't got no more land. We ain't got no more houses. They all filled. Well, I see one over there. That's our Airbnb. Visitors come in and use that. We could do them the same way they're doing you. Stop playing games with this and stop acting like you don't understand what we're talking about. Black Wall Street means blackity black, black, black. Period. Exactly. I don't want to see no snowflakes. Like I said, you want to order something, order it, send your money, and you ain't even coming to pick it up. We don't even want you to pick it up. We're gonna send it to you. So your mailman, your Black man, your white mailman will give it to you. We still don't have nothing to do with you. Period. I'm sick and tired of all this co-mingling.
Now I can't because my computer is all of a sudden froze up, but I'm going to read what it says on their website. It says,
"You talking? We missing it." Maurice, you gone. Maurice, can y'all hear me? Okay. Maurice, you gone.
Yeah, he probably go home or something.
I was gonna say if he want to send it to me, I could show it on my end. What was this Wall Street called? Stonecrest? Is that what it's called, Donald? Stonecrest. It's a step in the right direction. A lot of people are just talking, but I appreciate personally that they are taking action and steps in the right direction. Well, let's see what Black Wall Street is doing. What is it called? How do other groups keep it because they don't say that it's just for them. They act on it. That's how they do it. They don't come and tell you, oh, this is just for white people. They just come. When you put in an application, you don't never hear nothing back. When you put in an application for housing, you don't hear nothing back. When you put an application in for some land, you don't hear nothing back. That's how they do it. They don't come and tell you, oh, this is just for white folk. Black folk got to say, well, this is just for Black people. Stop saying that. Just do it. You ain't got to say it. Just do it. Be about it. Let me try to pull it up. What's the name of it? Here, let me see. Let's see. What's the name of it? Do you see the name of it? Donald, put the name of it in the chat again so I can find it. So knowing our enemies, they'll learn it and still want to join our spaces. Yes, but we have to say no. No, you go over there and you do you over there, period. But we're not going to say it's nothing. It's just not going we're just not going to say, hey, this is for Black people. We're just going to show them the way they do. Okay. For ever, we couldn't even move into their neighborhoods. Why? Because they wouldn't allow you. Okay. We're going to not allow them to. We don't have to say it. That's the language. Not to say it. Just do it. Show me. They can't join our spaces. Enough of that. That's not working for us. That's not working. They bring the lawsuits. I don't know what you're talking about. It's not working. It's never worked. So they always want to come over here so they can sue. Just like the sister was giving out the scholarships for just Black people. I knew there was going to be a problem. You can't do it just for Black people. No, you do it you say it's for everybody, but then you look up, it's going to be just Black people. I'm just saying, we have to stop. So if Maurice, you want to send it to me and I can pull it up? Oh, Stonecrest.
Okay. Okay. Stonecrest. You got it?
Okay. Hold on. Let's see. Pulling it up now. See if I can find it here. Stonecrest, Georgia. Stonecrest, Georgia. Okay, Stonecrest official website. Is that what you want? The official website?
Yeah, it should
Or
say the new Black Wall Street market.
okay, hold on. The new Black Wall Street market. Okay, let's look and see what comes up. Okay. Here the new. Okay, I see it right here. I'll pull it up now. Okay, I'm gonna come back over here and share my screen. You see just the building, is that what it is? And talk about the holiday season. Is that what it is or no? Everyone is
Yeah.
welcome.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Oh God, you just made me throw up in my mouth. Oh God, this is. See, I can't do this stuff. I can't. But let me share it so y'all can see what y'all up against. I ain't thinking about no everybody. Y'all asses ain't learned yet. Okay. Okay, let me go in here and share. Okay, here we go. Is that it? Can you see it?
Yep, that is it.
That is it. Ain't that something? Look at all the white folks. Let me see. Let's see what they got. For everybody, huh?
Yeah, they are very, I would say, open
Black.
to everybody, no matter what your sexuality, no matter what your skin color.
That's not working. That's not going to work. That's just not. It just never worked like it's never worked. It's never worked before. So why we think it's going to work now? When are we going to understand and learn from our mistakes?
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that everybody stuff.
No, me either. And I
That's
think
not going to work.
that is the big problem, that we want to make an experimental retail location for everybody, regardless of age, ethnicity, ideology, race. Everybody's welcome. I think that's a very, very big problem.
Everybody welcome. That's not going to work. There it is right there, everybody. New Black Wall Street Market is a historic culture experimental retail location with amazing event spaces for everyone. Oh, God. I can't even say the word. We welcome everybody, everyone, regardless of age, ethnicity, ideology, race, who they are, or what they represent. Oh God, the new Black Wall Street Market has something for everyone. We are, oh my God, we are on a mission to transform the entrepreneurship landscape and drive success for providing a platform that supports the fostering togetherness and growth for businesses to boom and communities to thrive. Yeah, okay. Whatever. Whatever. White folks still got their hand and stuff, don't they? You want to play that video or no?
No, we ain't got to play it. I think that this idea of being open for any and everybody is a very bad idea, especially when it comes to us. We don't win that way. We don't win that way at all.
Can't win. They didn't win before like that. So how are you going to win this time? Look at this. So you even just, it's so stupid. You just ain't going to get it. I don't know what it's going to take for us to get it. I don't understand it. So that's it. Yeah. So
and it's something that
you good?
Yeah. Because I think a lot of our people are so afraid to be in spaces.
We still didn't do. What did we do different? What are we doing different? I'm gonna stop sharing.
Nothing.
What did we do different? We didn't do anything different.
No, because they don't want to be without white.
They don't want to leave white folk. No. Exactly. That's it. We don't think we can. We built this. We taught them. So what do you mean you can't? See, this is what happened when you forget your history. You're not taught your history. Then you think they're safe. Those are those are not even people. Those demons will never be safe. They will catch you off guard and take your stuff the same way because they come to take over. They don't ever come to share. They don't ever come for you to be on top. They don't ever come for you to be their bosses. So you need to learn that.
Exactly. Norma X says that, how do other groups keep it homogeneous? Language. Long term, that's something those who are serious in our community might have to develop some kind of new language that by nature exclude others.
And we just said, we were talking a little bit about that when you were in intermission. We talked about it. We don't necessarily have to say it's just for Black people. We do like they do. When they come to fill out an application, okay, here, fill out your application, but it goes in the trash. When they come for the land application, we take their application and we tell them it's full, and we'll put them on the waiting list. When they come for the housing application, we give them the application to get the application back, and we tell them we're putting you on the waiting list because it's full. And then when we get to school, when they want to come and be teachers in elementary, well, we're full right now. We have no open positions, but I'll take your application. That's how you change the language. We don't have to tell them. We do it just like they do. They don't hire your asses, right? They don't let you buy land in their plots. They don't give you land. They don't give you a house. They tell you you're on the application list and you never hear back again, right? Exactly. Prime example, I was trying to get a piece of property in Myrtle Beach, right? And kept on, doing the application. Hitting the dead end. One lady lied. Oh, she lied so bad I had to cuss out. I said I wouldn't let you out anyway. Every day, check back. I said, what the hell you keep telling me check back for? And I wrote her a really good letter. I sure did, and to her manager. My thing is, until we challenge them, don't let them sit up there and keep lying in your face. You a liar. Exactly. That's what I told her. You are a damn lie. I said, you told me this yesterday. I cussed out and I ain't called her no more because I don't want to rent from you anyway. Seriously, right. I don't have to beg you. My money speaks. Okay, you ain't holding me back. See, sometimes they don't want to see you they don't want to see you successful. If I had been a white girl, I'd have been up in that apartment the first day I asked. Okay, I had to end up cussing her out. It's okay. I don't need. It's other places to go, and we eventually got somewhere else. But still, it was just right in front of your face, and that's how we have to do them the same way they do us. That door shuts when you leave. Your application goes right in the trash. There's go to. Okay. I'm just saying we have to change our language, change our mindset, because just like the young girl that was trying to give money to just Black people, she shouldn't have said that. You're not going to label it just for Black people. Okay. We have scholarships, but you already know in your heart who you're going to give it to. Then white folks, they come with their application, you put it in you file it. Okay. And you go ahead and do what you're going to do. I'm just saying the same way they do. So why we got to change our language? Why do we have to call it the Black anything? But you already know what you're going to do. You're going to handle your business. You're going to help yours, just like they help theirs.
Exactly. And that's just what we got to do. Just real quick, I wanted to go over these few issues, these few steps. When we're talking about revolution, there's a few stages of understanding or areas of agreement. First, there's a problem of economic inequality. Once people start to see, hey, I'm not making it like this person is making it, or my dollar's not stretching and I got to do this, that, and the other just to make it, it begins to create a certain mindset amongst the people. Then two, there's a deep conviction that the ruling class serves only themselves at the expense of everyone else, undermining the belief that these inequalities will ever be addressed by the political elite, meaning that, these crackers ain't going to change. They've been mistreating us from day one, and they're going to continue to mistreat us. That understanding has to be there, and it has to be circulating. Third, in a response, there is a rise of political alternatives that were barely acceptable in the margins of society before. So like what we're doing with our own Black First politics, the more and more I talk to our people about it, the more and more it's becoming acceptable.
Yes.
So with just looking at, those three issues, that affects us 100%. We should be understanding that the fire is kindling and it is ready for a ripe explosion. For a ripe explosion. As I think it was in President Johnson, Lyndon Johnson, they said the most important revolution that is going to happen is the Negro Revolution. The Negro Revolution is more important than the American Revolution.
Yes.
Now, they understood this. Why we don't understand this?
Oh, no.
Why we don't understand it. And this is something that we got to understand. Because when we get it, we understand it, and we make moves, believe me, it will send shockwaves around the world.
Yep.
It will send shockwaves around the world. This revolution is so important. We cannot afford to let no fucking Eric Adams those of their ilk that think the way that they do lead us.
That's right.
We can't afford it. We can't afford it. We have to begin to get involved in politics and run for office and win. And do not change our message. No matter how radical it sounds, no matter how crazy it sounds, no matter how many crackers going to be saying, oh, you racist, you anti-Semite, we got to answer for it all. Don't change our message. The moment we change our message to try to make it more palatable for them is when we begin to lose. We have to keep our message exactly where it is. We have to keep it exactly as strong as it is. Do not water it down. This is black coffee. We don't need no sugar. We don't need no cream. Keep it black and keep it strong. And our people will resonate. The everyday Pookie Ray Ray, they will resonate when they hear it and become attractive and get involved. And we have to stay the course. Period, point blank. We're going to go ahead and move to closing comments. Isaiah's done woke back up now.
Isaiah Poe, baby.
He can't hang.
He can't hang with the big dogs.
No, he can't.
Oh, man.
I'm trying to hold on.
We see. Your ass been crossed over 5 times.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna go to closing comments, brother Isaiah. Since you sleepy, we'll let you go ahead first.
No, it's just Sister Cassie. Always our lioness goes first.
Okay. All right, Sister Cassie.
Oh man, okay. You know what? I'm looking at this. I was looking for this video that this white woman, right? And she was yelling, "Black people, wake up," right? And I wanted to see that because she said, "You guys are the trendsetters. You guys, if y'all only knew." I wish I could find that video. I was trying to look for it on TikTok because she was on TikTok. And she said, "I can't wait till y'all wake up." She said, "I can't wait." She was going on and on. But I'm telling you, I'm like, maybe if she said it loud enough, Black folk will hear it. Maybe if she said it, people would get it. Because we're saying it and it ain't happening. They still sleeping like, oh, these Black folk just don't know what they talking about. You know, they just in the days, they just like, oh, look at the birds flying. Oh, we're going to do our Christmas tree. I'm like, y'all ain't got no money to be shopping for no Christmas, nothing. No. Y'all need to be saving y'all money. Keep y'all money because I'm telling you what, y'all don't know what 2025 going to hold. And y'all spend your last money, you're going in debt. And half of y'all ain't even got $500 stashed in your house for an emergency, nothing. And you going out buying trucks and toys and Walmarts. Talk about you getting rid of DEI and y'all still participating. Y'all got to stop. We got to get to the place where we are holding these stores, holding these people accountable. We can do this stuff. We can put stuff in place today. It doesn't take that much. You go, you see a city, and I think Brother Maurice, you did that. You saw a city, you're in that city, and you do what you need to do to be doing what you know what I'm saying? Because it takes time to do that. But you go find one. We need a list of cities. Maybe we need to make a list for them. Okay, who's in this area? Go take that city over. Go run for mayor. Y'all go vote for this person. Maybe we have to do it like that. Maybe we have to tell them step by step by step. Now you read the steps. Maybe you need to post those steps somewhere. Go and visit. Go and live. Go get in with the people. Go start talking to the people. Go, maybe you can tell them how you did it or how you're doing it. For Black folk to wake up. We have so much power, but okay, for instance, remember when this was just a couple weeks ago, we was supporting the Palestinians. Palestine said something, whatever happened, and okay, they said something anti-Black, right? What do? We stopped supporting them, and they's like, please, Black folk, y'all, please, we sorry, come on back to us, because they was going to Starbucks and whatever happened. So we was boycotting Starbucks at first, right? And then they said, well, hold on. They said what they said, so we said, forget y'all. We're going to take care of us. So we went back to Starbucks. Stuff like that. You have to understand we are trendsetters. If Black folk don't support it, it don't move. You guys should know this by now. That chicken sandwich, it only took off because Black folk was there.
That's right.
Stuff don't work if we don't support it. We have more power. And I wish that we could see this. That brawl took off across the country. You have people in other countries talk about showing chairs on TikTok. Had a chair, had a table, whatever. I'm just saying. Even when we was when George Floyd, they was in Africa standing for y'all. They was across the country standing for y'all. In other places standing for Black people. If we only understood that, we can stop this stuff. We can stop whatever we want. We could be in charge of us. They do something, we showing up. And we're not showing up to march. We coming to homes. We coming to cities. We're going to shut it down today. And they hoping and praying we don't get there. But if y'all stick with us, we got you. We're going to get you there.
That's right.
Brother Maurice, we got you. We're going to help you to get there. But you got to do it. He got the instructions. He just read the instructions to you. Who ready to try? We got our own nationwide. We got our own online schools that if we really wanted to, we can snatch our children out of them schools today. And this brainwashing stops today with your children, with you on your job. Go create your business. Everybody got one. Everybody got a dream, an aspiration. You've been so working for them for their little $750. The hell? How you paying your rent for $750? They won't even pay you a legal. They won't even go up on the minimum wage. Still at $750 since 2008, right? Since a long time, right? Let's just call it like that. It's been $725 for a long time. When we gonna get on them to raise that for the ones that still want to work for them? Come on, you guys. We got to get busy here. We don't have time. When they talk about taking up for them, taking up for the Palestine, you can't come to me and ask me nothing about nobody but Black folk. So if they say, "Ooh, what about so and so, so and so?" I say they Black. No, then I don't give a damn. Don't ask me about nothing, nobody, unless they look like me and think like me. Because you got Black folk that don't even think like Black folk. Okay, Candace Owens. Okay,
that's right.
So if you're talking to me about somebody Black, if they not somebody like half these Black leaders, I'm looking at people. I'm like, why don't y'all go run for some of them, the city council? Why don't y'all go run for some of these offices, the Black council, the Black caucus? Take them seats. We got a Black guy, take those seats. Who's trying to get in South Carolina? My thing is, we have to know who to support. We have to know that just because they're Black, Eric Adams, he is for Black folk. He's backed by the police department. So why would you put somebody in office that's backed by the police department? That don't make no sense. That didn't make no sense. They backed by Fannie Willis was backed by the police, but Paul Harris, her supervisor, Black guy. Why didn't we support him? He was putting charges on the police officers. Y'all be doing some stupid stuff that don't even make no sense. I can't make sense out of it. But we got to come back. We got to start building. We have to. And I'm gonna tell you what. If y'all don't have y'all, I'm gonna keep telling y'all. If y'all don't have candy bars with peanuts, you better go get them today, right now. If you don't have some money, you better save at least $20, $50 out of your paycheck this week. You supposed to have money stashed somewhere in your home to be able to do what you need to do. Emergency come, y'all ain't even got $10 for gas. What the world? Y'all gonna be that? Y'all gonna die. 2/3 gonna die. Let it not be you because you're prepared. We know what we need to do. Let's do it. We've talked about it on this show, what we need to do. So why aren't we doing it? What is it going to take for you to separate? Leave them crackers alone. Let their hand go. Let her out. Ship her out your bed. Ship her out your house. Because that's not your friend. Because when it comes down to it, she going with her people. If it comes to war, she going to kill you in your sleep.
That's right.
I'm just saying. Remember that? Who was that in the Bible? It was a lady in the Bible. I think it was Delilah. Okay. But she killed the guy. She killed him and put a thing in his head, right? He was asleep. Y'all better be careful. Y'all thinking these white women want you. It's all about money. And it's all about their survival. They don't care nothing about you. Because the white woman already told you that you is not to come up for them. Okay? Y'all did hear that, right? Okay. I'm just saying. We got to do better. We have to. I rest my mic.
Definitely. Thank you, Sister Cassie. Brother Isaiah?
Yeah, been a long time coming. But I know in the end we're gonna be all right. There's no other choice. We're gonna be all right. And I also know that in that mindset of stick-to-itiveness, when the tough get going and the going get tough, that's us. We ain't never been to the point where white folks like to think, oh, I'll never make it. Oh, I'll never be anything. And they kill themselves because they got a, $500 light bill or some shit. You know how white folks are. Black folks be like, okay, well, whatever. you just let that shit flow off our back. You know what I mean? That ain't no thing. But I believe wholeheartedly that we're going to be okay. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it because there's no other choice. We can't get no lower. So the only direction there is up. And I believe in us. I believe that if we just stay calm, stay cool, stay collected, and stay together, as we are seeing now on the continent of Africa, as we're seeing now, and the Georgia thing, Secret Georgia, is it, or whatever? Yeah. So the world is changing, man. It ain't gonna be what white folk like for it to be or imagine it to be because all that shit is over. And if you go to Joel 3 in the Bible, it'll tell you exactly what is happening. God's words never come back void. These people will become our footstool. These people are nothing. They're not even animal. They're less than animals. They have no gumption about shit. They have no idea about fairness because it's not in them. There's absolutely positively no way that in this world that we're living in, they're going to keep surviving, staying around. It is a matrix of white folks that has devastated and decimated the world. Where good is bad, bad is good, right is wrong, wrong is right, up is down, down is up. And it's just time, man. The universe is cleaning this shit up. And we are the instruments of the universal. Yeah, you're right, Sister Cat. Judges 4:21. We are the living embodiment of the black universe filtered down in human form. We have no date of our birth. We've always been here. We're not going anywhere. And I know for a fact that when we get a little bit of taste of power, economic power, political power, spiritual enrichment, like our ancestors, and physical power, there ain't gonna be no white folk left. It's over and done with. They are the Wizard of Oz blowing smoke up our asses, and we're just falling for it still. But all you gotta do is just pull back the curtain and see this little bitch of a man or woman, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, Daddy. I'm sorry, Mom. We were just playing." It has always been like that in Egypt, in Greece, and Rome, and now. And you know, there's just absolutely no way that they're going to stay in power because evil will always destroy itself in the end, and those who partake in it always ALWAYS and always ALLWAYS. It's guaranteed because when you're doing wrong and you're not being righteousness in your actions, righteousness is not going to follow you. You're going to be so wrapped up in your own self-importance that you become blind by pride. And as the Bible says, pride comes before the fall. And whether they see it or not, know it or not, accept it or not, they're falling. So just like the Sahel states on the continent, just like these people in Georgia, do our thing. Turn your back on these motherfuckers because they ain't shit. They've never been shit but a pile of shit. Don't pay them no mind. Do you? And I can guarantee you they'll come around and, oh, what y'all nigga doing? Hey, can we be? Can we come in? No. We don't want you. We don't need you. 2 tears in the bucket. Fuck it. And get the fuck out. And my last comment, I'll throw it back at you. Fuck all white folks.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, I'll throw it back at you.
All right.
Yeah. Let me say this for everybody in the comment. I am going to be playing our brother Maurice in the Madden 25. So I told him don't get your feelings hurt now, because when I be doing all that trash talking, don't get all up in your feelings. Because we got a date tomorrow to play. So come next Sunday, I will let y'all know what happened. And win or lose, that's my brother. But if he lose twice, I'm going to talk about it. I'm quite sure he'll talk about my black ass too. But we all good, we all love. You know what I mean? But I'm looking forward to that game, player. You know what? You know that.
Most definitely. Most definitely. Thank you, Brother Isaiah. Thank you, Sister Cassie. And I want to thank our audience for being with us and hanging with us for an extra 34 minutes. In closing, we have to remember who we are. We have to remember that our ancestors prayed for us. Our ancestors wanted our people to be like us. And we have that awesome responsibility of moving the nation forward. As Sister Cassie said, that 2/3 of our people won't even make it. And I forgot the number. I did the math, and I looked at the number of just 2/3 of Black Americans, Black people that's here in America don't make it. That's a big number. And I've always lived, I guess you could say, in the fantasy world that believes that we can save all of our people. And I say living in a fantasy world because in reality, that's just what it is. When I read the information on the quote unquote new wannabe Black Wall Street, and seeing how they accept everybody and even everybody ideologies, that just doesn't work. We have to be separate. We have to be separate, period, point blank. You walking with different ideologies. So because you got the gay folks coming in there and they flagging and doing all of they wild, crazy, obnoxious shit in front of your children, you're gonna allow that? No, we can't allow that. See, that stuff just doesn't work for us. And regardless of what somebody else do, we gotta tote the line that this is not working for us. We have to be able to realize that. And you're right, Maya. They are trying to capitalize on the historical name of Black Wall Street. But Black Wall Street stood for something. It meant something. And it was a two-way relationship, not a one-way relationship where you're looking to just make money off of them and send them on their way. We got to be able to understand what it is, see it for what it is, and call it out for what it is. That foolishness doesn't represent us. That foolishness represents the way of our enemy. And it is so critical that we understand that. And even though others of our people may not like the fact that you're standing on truth, it's called separation, period, point blank. I don't want their money. I don't want that from them. Go give your money to somebody else, but I don't want your money. I don't need it. We do for our people, period, point blank. We do for our people. And this new reality that we build on the basis of Black First, we can't afford to hinge on no points. No points. Because look, America is falling. This world is falling. And trust and believe they're thinking of a way that they can resurrect their world or how they can rule the new world coming in. And God damn it, that's not for them to be able to do. That is not for them to be able to do. Why would we allow them to build more oppression all over again? And for us to still be at the bottom of the barrel? Ain't no damn way. So we can't have that. And that's not debatable. It is what it is. We're not going to have that. It's a new way, it's our way, or it is the highway. Period, point blank. The revolution will come. That means that you will have to fight. Blood will have to flow for us to be free. It's just that simple. Ain't no ifs, ands, and buts. Blood will have to flow. And trust and believe you should be ready for it. You should be looking for it. Because there will be an explosion in America. There will be an explosion. I sit there and I'm going to shut up, but I sit there and watch Timothy McVeigh, the Oklahoma thing, and that bombing and how it was that, he was a former soldier, came out and saw Ruby Ridge, where the American government just killed them folks up, then saw what they did to the Branch Davidians. And he said, oh, fuck this. I'm going to strike back because they have overreached. So trust and believe. You thinking these militias, when they go and have a fight with the government, that they're going to leave you alone? No, they not. They not going to leave you alone. Because while they at war, their thought is we're going to clean house. We're going to get rid of the niggas. We're going to get rid of the Jews. We're going to get rid of the immigrants. We're going to clean house. That's what they thinking is. These motherfuckers robbed the bank. And when the people who robbed the bank finally got caught and they were like, well, where's all the money? You know, they had a little bit of the money left, but they sent that money out to each and every militia, whether they was a contact of theirs or not. Because even though they wasn't part of the same militia, but they shared the same goddamn attitude. They shared the same goddamn mission. So that made them one. So they stole the money and start spreading the money because they knew we're gonna buy the weapons for what need to be bought. They didn't have to be under the same umbrella, but they all had the same mindset. They all had the same mindset. And that's what we have to have. We have to have the same mindset because it's time. And I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. Thank you. We love you. We love you. And as we always say, you kill the nigga.
Kill the nigga in you, and I'll kill a nigga in me. And our God will reign supreme. We are Black first. Today, tomorrow, and forever. Love you, fam. And 24/7, 365. Stay blessed.
Peace, family.
Peace and blessings. Y'all stay safe.
You better get the message and get it straight.
You're going to need some bridge work. It's simple as that.
Because we're living in judgment. We're living in implementation.